If a car speeds up from rest to 30 miles per hour over a distance of 45 yards, what was the car's acceleration in meters per second squared? It actually should say that. I guess I forgot to say squared, assuming that it was constant. Um, so apart from the fact that I forgot to say the word square, we're dealing with some unit issues here because we're given things in things like miles per hour, like for speed, and yards for distance. So I also have the timeless formula still written up here because I think this is a timeless formula situation. Note that we're not given time nor asked about time, so it might make sense that somehow that's going to work with this. It says starts from rest, so maybe an easy one I can take care of to begin with here is to say that V naught is going to be equal to 0. V, the final velocity, I think is equal to 30 miles per hour. But if you do a conversion on that, which I think hopefully everyone knows how to do this, so feel free to practice this on your own. I'll say try to see if you can match my answer if you do it. I got like 13.48, 333, etc., but maybe 13.48 or sorry, 408. Let me say that clearly in meters per second for that. And then the yards to meters conversion, maybe I'll also say you can do this one on your own as well. But that is, so delta x is equal to 45 yards, which I mean, I converted to feet, inches, then to centimeters, and then back to meters was the way I did it. And long story short on that, it winds up being 41.148 meters for that one. So that gives me those quantities, and then clearly I'm being asked for acceleration. So given the fact that V naught is equal to 0, I'm not going to need this. So really I just have V squared is equal to 2a delta x, and I'm trying to solve for a. So again, working like a physicist, which is kind of formal with the algebra, I'm going to divide both sides by 2 and delta x and get V squared over 2 delta x like that. And then I'm going to take my two numbers, and so I'm going to be able to put in 13.408 meters per second. I think in my calculator I have a less rounded off version of that number, but that should be adequate what we have there. This one turns out was exact in the calculator screen based on my conversion factors that I used, which I think are also pretty good, the ones I was using. So that's 2 times down there 41.148 meter, and as I said earlier, I made a mistake in the slide. It should be meters per second squared, not meters per second. So if you put this in your calculator, I put in like the 13.408, 3333, etc. squared divided by the quantity. I put some parentheses here to make sure when I did 2 times 41.148 the calculator didn't accidentally think I was putting this thing upstairs, because calculators work with order of operations. But that gave me 3 sig figs. It's a pretty close round here, but it's a 2.18. I could see if somebody had some round off error, maybe they could go up to 2.19 perhaps, because it's kind of close. But it should be 2.18, again, meters per second squared. So that's my final answer there using the timeless formula.